Welcome guys, it's midway through the another season of North American Online League. This is Michael Chen. We're in breakout room 1. You guys are looking at my email. We have ourselves 3 games coming up. Let's go ahead and start. So here is game number 1. This is played between 2 3Qs. We have seen Esteban play before. Looking forward to see how he does this time. Disable the AI so we don't get blinded by the colors. Okay, openings make perfect sense. Very symmetric, very dynamic. Weiqi is first to go and destroy the large black moyo. This makes perfect sense. As white, you have the second move, so oftentimes white does take this kind of divide and divide approach. Okay. Very normal, makes sense attacks. All good. So namely here, white extends 2 spaces. This leaves just a 1 space distance from the black shape. There is a little bit of, this is a little close. It's probably okay, but generally speaking it's okay, but it is a little close. Moreover, right now black is at a very unsolid shape in the corner. So if you're this close to the unsolid corner, it becomes very tempting for the opponent to go for something like this kind of attack and solidify the corner and expand the corner and put pressure on you at the same time as white. So in many cases this is a perfectly regular move, but if you are looking for that little bit extra, this is a good idea. First play a attachment move here and you're looking to just this is very similar to a simple jump, which is okay too. If black does not allow you to have any forcing moves, he's probably playing there. And then this direct attach is a very common and generally okay AI approved move. It's a good idea to look up some josekis that result from this. This is a very so this is one good example. This extend at 6 is very common, and if this happens, white can seem to have a something like this, and you can see that white is digging at black's corner a little bit while achieving more exchanges, more stones that help settle this white group. This could be a very active way of playing, and we all like activity a lot. Game move is totally fine too. Black plays a big move too. Right now it's very tempting to go and do something to destroy the black corner. Okay, white expands on the top. This is also very good. This is a most common follow-up to the top josekis. Here it's very important for black to play exchanges that leave white worse off. And if black does not do that, perhaps because black wants to be able to capture this 1 stone in Sente, leaving this weakness here, that could be a reason black does not make the Atari. But if you do this, you don't want to double Hana here. You don't want to leave white with the first Atari, and then this way, black is the only one with an empty triangle. And this is a little bit lower in terms of efficiency here. Alright, so black's tiger mouse move here is very interesting. It's probably okay. Now, this tiger mouse move, you have to play it when the left-hand side half of the white group after you attack. You have to play it. And make sure that the left is totally safe afterwards. Otherwise, you will want to play the more solid connect. Right now, it seems to be the case, so that's a pretty good idea. And black does expand one line faster. All right, so here's the second place where the Atari comes in. Good. So here, if black does not Atari, the extend is usually played after this. Black can ladder this one stone. This is a mutual expansion point. If black does not continue here, white may Atari, and then connect out here. So this way, it's sort of like your like the arm wrestling match. White is really, turning the corner on black, and this is a B2 bomber shape, a very inefficient shape locally for black. So black would rather have connected and then played this tenuki, as opposed to the game. So a little bit of suggestions here. Now, with that said, I myself, I also have trouble finding, a lot of value in these middle of the board, like turning the head kind of moves. It's well known that it's very big, but I have a lot of trouble figuring out the value of, capturing one extra stone here. It's hard for me to see any direct evidence, direct territory that it's surrounding. But it is very important. This comes more naturally to some people than others. It does not come naturally to me at all, and I tend to neglect this kind of center value. So when I feel like it's very important, it's very likely that it's very important. All right, so in the game, both sides have hi Mike, we have a question. Hi Mike, I was white. Should Q10 shoulder hit have been ignored? Wasn't sure G9 Atari was sent. Yes. So the game is perfect. White pushed once. This really strengthens the right-hand side group. The black block at R10 is going to be Gote coming up later. White is not going to have any life-threatening dangers. So yes, G9 would be great. The value of capturing the next move is extremely high. One, because it fixes all of White's cutting points on the outside, which is already 3 cutting points, which is a lot. And 2, White does have these very strong follow-up moves threatening to cut here and further reduce Black's territory. Plus, if you don't if you don't like reducing and still letting Black have some territory, you can always go for the invasion route too, which is actually this is also quite strong as a way to play. You could think about destroying all of the Black territory. So you're gonna get Black to connect, but yes, White also does have to make a connect on the outside too. This is a Gote move, but at this point it's a Gote move, but I'm just saying it's very big, and there's a lot of good follow-up moves like this move or the Knight's move that really get at Black's shortage of liberties positions. For example, here this looks like a difficult fight, but once we realize White can, as long as White gets one Atari, White can capture like a whole chunk of the Black stones. So Black is gonna have some things to worry about for sure. And this kind of thing is White capturing some Black stones and destroying the Black territory. So this is a classic big change in terms of the relative strengths of the two sides. But as I said, I myself am not very sensitive to this kind of center value. So when I do sense this, it's extra. You guys can safely adhere to this advice. Okay, good. So we have normal fighting continuing, and here, black plays extra aggressive, so white also plays super reasonable here. Overall here, white just extended at n12, extremely big, extremely nice point to get. As usual, remember, I am not very sensitive to these middle of the board valuable moves. So if I like one, you know that it's pretty safe. So here, black is not going to surround any territory in the middle. White can look to threaten and cut black in the future. So the center fighting is going white's direction here. Good. Yes, this Atari from before, if we could get it, if we play this later, it may not be Sente anymore. In fact, if we're playing it now, it may or may not be Sente, which is why it's very important to play this early. Sometimes the best time to play it is before the other Atari is played. So now we Atari, and this capture is Sente. Usually black can't allow this to happen in Sente. So this really forces black to connect, and then we Atari here at the more important stone, so that we can get all these Ataris. A slight order of moves. This is for if white is for example here worried that the cut may not be able to be gotten in Sente. Okay, anyways, all good. Yeah, I think generally speaking, forcing black to defend a very small territory is successful for white here. Overall, this game is a major success for white at the moment. So black plays a move that strengthens the corner. Makes a lot of sense. It's very big. Here, two things are important. One, trying to connect the middle stones together, achieving a lot of strength in the overall connected group. Very, very nice, very, very good idea. Like this. Secondly, it is continuing to attack and put pressure on the black corner. This is very strong. This way, white is reducing black's corner first, and then before doing any of the protecting stuff. And this is very nice because if black ignores white here, moves into the middle, white can reach safety by doing this kind of thing on the side and making eye space. So this is a way of making territory, destroying black territory, and reaching safety all at once, which would be very very nice and efficient. Okay, so in the game, black is able to jump out here, and let's see. Yeah, now white is in very heavy defensive mode, which is totally correct. All good, all good. And black plays a slow move as well, and here white plays a beautiful, spaced out knight's move. This is very nice. Even though this may not achieve full connection, it's probably good enough where something like this, and white is gonna be able to connect, and white is gonna be able to connect on both sides. Plus, white also has the option of taking care of both sides separately and sort of allowing the middle cut to take place. For example, one thing we mentioned before is that everything is a lot easier if we can give up one stone. Something like this, and if we need Sente, we'll play here, and then Atari, and then everything is a lot easier when we are able to give up one stone. So white is doing totally fine here. This cut is not doing much for black, so if white is able to block this, and white does, white advantage here for sure. When black, this is the last potential problem here for white. Now here there is a very resourceful sente move here, playing this move, that the next move is a cut if black turns. This is a little complicated. This, in fact, here this is actually not gonna work for black, for white. So this sente may not. We would like to, but you know, this is the sente that we need. If we don't have this, then it's a little harder to deal with the black attack. But it's, you know, it's yeah, this way white gets one more sente here, and I guess white can connect, and this is still okay. But this part is very, very tricky. So let's see how white deals with this. Simple block, okay. Black Ataris, and yes. So here we see the strengths of being able to play moves that are like threatening to take care of two sides sort of separately. And something like this would be very, very strong by white. Okay. So in the game, okay, good. There is another rule of thumb, which is when the opponent has played a lot of very slow moves, like this move and then this move, usually he has built up a lot of like significant strengths, because by being so slow, the local shape is very, very strong. The go-to approach to dealing with these positions is to try to maintain our efficiency. And by maintaining the efficiency, usually it involves, again, everything is a lot easier if we sacrifice one stone, you know, something like this, and we can have a code to connect, you know, a code to connect every step. We can use the code as a, you know, we can fight the code and then use the next move, like this connect, as a code thread, and then we can play Hane moves as a code thread, and you know, this move as a code thread, maybe attach and Hane, maybe the knight's move that we mentioned as code threads. So this could be a good way to get out of trouble. Everything is a lot easier when we're able to give up one stone. So another very, very interesting idea is this. Remember, when black has played a lot of very tight, super strong but very slow moves, give him a little bit of space, and then black Ataris, and then this way give him another bit of space, and then black captures here. The cut is protected, and this cut is basically protected. This cut is basically protected, and we'll be basically fine. So this would be a great example of doing this. You know, you know, because he has played super strong, you give him a little bit extra space. He's very enticed to continue to try to cut through and push through the white lines. Here, giving black a little bit of extra space helps white maintain the integrity of the connection. And it's only a one-line difference between this move and the game move, but the game move, we are no longer able to sacrifice you know, the one stone and allow black to cut here. So this is the power of playing that move. You're sort of like you're like an oracle. You see what's going to happen later, and then you put your stone in a weird spot now, but you know, a few moves later you see that it's in a perfect spot later. This involves a lot of reading and prejudgment, so it's okay to not have done this totally. You know, it's understandable. Alright, so a bit of a tough situation for white here. Let's see if white is able to get out of the situation in the middle. This is what we never want to have to do, connect a cutting point without having any eye space. Yes, we played this, but unfortunately black got there first. Okay, cut Ataris. We're flailing out. Okay. Yes, that was always, this connect was very important. And I missed the tactic. M6 should be N8 Hane. Yeah. M6. Yeah. Yes. Right when we really needed it, something like this would have been very, very strong. This move is Sente, and then this move we could play this move, another Sente, and all of a sudden black is now totally surrounded. Very, very good. Not sure if it totally works, but right. It totally works. It looks like a Seki, but it is not. This is so white was able to totally hold on, but was not able to in the game, and the group did end up tying. Now, is this the end? Because white still has a chance to fight liberties with the middle group. White leverages this into a push through of the bottom. Was this enough to sort of get white back into the game? White did lose a lot, but white also surrounded a lot of territory. So let's see who won at the end. Very nice and very instructive game here. White won by 10.5. Great job. I'm sure when white lost the middle group, it was all over, but yes, it was. But wow. Nice job, white here. Really didn't give up. I play a lot of games like this too, and it gets harder and harder to make these comebacks as my opponents get stronger, as expected. But I'm glad to see that this game, white kept pushing the entire game, and even though a lot of bad things happened in the middle of it, white was able to, in the end, still able to do it. This was great job here. So this part was just totally working for white. It was a very close fight, but yes, black should not have been able to save the middle stones. Would have been tremendously good for white. The whole fighting was pretty good for white. Let's see if so white's move, because of the working Tetsujis, it's actually better than my suggested move, and better than the AI move. But the game did show that this did involve a lot of worries and problems, and so this is very interesting. The move totally works. It just was hard to read it out. I'm sure neither side was able to read out the whole sequence. As we saw, black should have died and didn't die. So nice. What a crazy fight. So one more. So let's just remember one more potential help, which is sometimes we don't have to connect totally right, and when we are trying to connect, sometimes giving the opponent a bit extra space is really helpful for maintaining our connection. And then sometimes it's very helpful to be able to play some kind of taking care of both sides separately kind of defense. Effective defense is the hardest thing to do in Go, so it is totally reasonable that we would falter in some of these places. We're not perfect Go players, of course, so all good. Nice game. I really liked how white was able to persevere through to the end and was rewarded with a 10.5 point great win. The next game we have two 4Qs playing, 4Q and 5Q. Oh, BMCG. Interesting. I wonder what that stands for. Anyways, very good opening so far. This move is very aggressive. I like it a lot. It's very AI approved as well. Nice, nice. The squeeze is totally good timing and everything. Black is hesitant to play the connect or the extend. Both have their weaknesses, and if black does extend locally, it's not worth a second move. And also, if you don't play a second move, there's all kinds of RG involved. If you're not careful and you just block this, white squeezes here, threatening to cut over here, and captures the one stone. So this double tiger's mouse sort of protects against everything, but then the whole corner is gone. So a very interesting Joseki here. And okay, so black does extend, white plays here. A major opportunity, not entirely taken, but this isn't gonna be too bad either. White does have the jump, and even though the previous move was not the full tightest, most aggressive move, white still does have the attach. So the other move, R12, does help out in the corner. Anyways, super high quality here. Interesting. My God. Okay. Okay, in the game, an even compromise is had. White lives in a small corner, black gets value on both sides. Very nice. Again, a super high quality game here. I believe the move here often is now to attach Hane on the top with the idea of sacrificing one stone and then surrounding white and everything. Remember, everything is a lot easier when you sacrifice one stone. So in the game, this is very heavy because when you're sacrificing two stones, it's much more of a gain for the opponent. Here, the strongest move, I believe, is to press down and then and this would really get at black's liberties here. There's very little liberties here with all the outside moves. If you dare to fight back a little bit, white plays here and then you die. So white has a lot of these sente moves on the outside, which is all helpful for the fighting. White Atari here, this is the wrong direction. So here is the thinking. Because after white Ataris, black is gonna get this Atari for free. Now it's like as if white connected at G17 and then added a move at G16, which is very inefficient, does not help white at all. So the better solution here in these kinds of shapes is actually to Atari from your relatively strong direction, because you already know that you're gonna play a future move that really strengthens the weakness in front of you. So this is like reversing the order. Instead of continuing to strengthen my weakest fighting stones, which is totally right, this is saying I'm getting ready to strengthen my weakest attacking stones, fighting stones, but after I strengthen it, these stones will become very strong thickness, and so therefore I'm gonna force black to exchange a move that's very close to my thickness, and this way white gains more and more. A great counterintuitive move here, and as all great counterintuitive gaining moves, it's very helpful to make it your intuition and sort of really get into the habit of doing this. The Atari from the outside in before making the necessary move to strengthen ourselves. So overall here we can see how white has played an inside-out Atari, the inside being the strong white corner. White played an inside move close to the corner, black played an extending out move. Alright, it's very hard and not easy to figure out where is the inside in the game, where is the outside in the game, where the big and small areas are. And so just remember that the key is thickness. Whoever has thickness, that is the inside, that is the not valuable side. So here it's the same ideas. Atari here, if white runs, the white just loses 2 stones instead of 1. So this would really strengthen all of the black positions around. In the game, black plays very greedy and really goes for the capture against white. But white has now extended out, and locally this is a cut through and then having black stones on both sides of white, which is a very good local shape. Even though white does look like white is in a lot of danger. And because of this, the counterattacks, the counter-attacking resources, white was able to make this group basically survive. Black can go like this to capture white, but these the outside Aji is too damaging. Therefore, right now, if we do see this life and death shape, it's very important for black to play the next move in the middle here. This threatens to capture white, so white is going to play another move, and it's very, very important. So when black tanukied in the game, this gives white a chance to strike first. My god, this is like the most impressive fighting I have ever seen out of 4Qs and 5Qs. It's very rare for one, to be able to zone in on the most important thickness, attack, and defense area of the game right now. And white, this was very, very nice. Great find. Okay, I'm sure black should be. I'm sure black is now gonna be in damage control mode. So it may help to think about how white could maximize the damage that white could do to black. Something like this threat and then cutting black on the side would be very, very strong. And I don't see much that black can do to fight back against it. Okay. White plays an inside-out Atari, but was able to capture the black stones like this. Locally it looks like a huge success, but just remember white could have done even better. This is black's prerogative, and good job there. And black plays this move. Okay, white is not going to be able to survive locally here, and white's going to have to rely on having this Sentei, maybe this Atari Sentei. Black is going to connect, and this way white is going to survive here locally, which is very, very interesting here. How come white does not capture this? It's just it's a very interesting spot. Okay, this is a very, very tight game with multiple unalive groups and everything. So great. In the game, black makes a huge mistake, connects here instead of connecting here, which connects both the 2 stones and the main group on the left. And so as a result, white was able to cut the main group off and end up in this liberty race situation. This is clearly very, very good for white. So unfortunately, black is not going to be able to do this. This is a quintessential example of the big eye. It takes many moves to capture white, and whenever there are some mutual liberties here, we can see here black has 2 liberties left, which really shows how the big eye captures the small eye no problem. So all white needed to do was, play that big I move, and it was all good. The way white played in the game, probably okay too. There is one potential concern here, which is, there are a lot of ko-aji here, and black may be able to get this to a seki. For example, if white plays here, black can even tanuki again and just hold this move in a seki. This is now very, very seki-esque because white has lost the big I, and therefore the middle two mutual liberties is a mutual liberty. With a big I, the liberties count only as liberties for the big I. Okay, anyways, all this is moot because black connects here and then loses another group. Very, very, very strong fighting from both sides. I have to say this one was very, very exciting. We saw the big I, and white could not get it. It's very important for black to connect, and then this is very likely to be a seki at the end. Basically totally seki, and white can play two moves to make it a one-step ko with a huge white group also in danger. So it's not, neither side is going to play this ko, so it's going to be a seki. Great, very exciting fights over here. Just very high quality, I have to say. The sense to like zone in on the most important fighting of the game was very nice. One last thing to point out right now, connecting here and allowing black to capture one stone would be super strong at this moment. Remember, the common theme for tonight is everything is a lot easier if we sacrifice one stone. Great, next we have two 6Qs playing, and let's see how this goes. Okay, headbutting Joseki, nice. I'm really glad to see the modern game. A lot, basically there is very high quality openings, very, very good. Everyone's getting very, very strong nowadays. Another good thing. Great. This fight is gonna go to white. This is mostly because when white pushes out here, white has made 3 stones here next to 1 black stone. Right now it's not so important for black to save the 1 stone, and something like this exchange would be totally acceptable. If black does connect, it's very important for black to next play the most important relative attack and defense important shape, and that is this extend. It adds another extend which is very likely to be sente. We can have like peeps and things like that, and furthermore it is expanding out the one group of blacks on the go board that does not have ice space. That press is very, very important. It's a mutual attack and defense point. So black did not get that, and when white pushes and cuts, black is not as strong, and was not able to do significant attacks against white. So same thing here. It's very important for black to push down now. Maybe Atari a couple of times to get sente, and then okay. Jump, white also jumps. This is very interesting. I think the best move is to turn. If you can turn and also connect, there is no reason to jump. Jump and leave yourself some cutting points. Right here the most important thing is to connect the outside shape and make the outside shape as strong as possible. Here, black no longer has to worry about the left-hand side, so later when the fighting occurs, black can focus on attacking the middle stones using the left-hand side position as thickness, and this kind of move would be very, very strong. Just this kind of thing you can see here. At first it was still good for white, but just many exchanges after this and it's good for black. It's not like white could realistically it's not like black could realistically capture white. It's just that black has played a lot of moves in the more important outside again of the board. Okay, so in the game, this was heavily in white's favor, mostly because black's positions on the left-hand side has this glaring weakness. Atari maybe play another push and then jump. This would destroy black territory and maybe capture some black stones at the same time. At this point, it's very important to hane here and split white up and attack on both directions. In the game, when black played the two-space jump, this opened up the perfect hane move, which really got at black's short liberties, and it is now very uneasy for black to survive in the middle. Much easier for white to do this in the middle. So in the game, black gives up these three stones. Slightly better Atari here. When you have a clear preference, you go to the side that you prefer and you don't play the in the middle move. This gives black a clear sente move that may or may, that is a resource for the future. Plus, this way black is within 1 liberties of dying, which means cut, and then cut is not sente. There's no shortage of liberties potential here. Okay, it's much more clean to actually here to capture with 1 liberty left than to capture with a net move. Okay, all good. Yeah, even though white looks like white loses more, the relative thickness changes from white having the 3 black stones captured is just way too much. Is way too much. And plus a few more moves, and we can see how the capture of the white stones in the middle will really not be. It's going to be further offset by white destroying the left-hand side. So that is rapidly becoming the most important spot on the board, even bigger than even bigger than the life and death of the 3 black stones on the bottom. Okay, in the game, here we see one major, so I'm glad we saw one application of why it's a little better to play the Atari move earlier, and it's here. This move is now sente. Black can cut Atari later. I'm glad we saw some of this. This is great. Anyways, in the game, this will again go to white this round. Black really wants to take advantage of this Atari, and then this may be able to open up a way for black to connect home. The AI is giving out this way to threaten to connect home, but then really to make the bottom live. This would be very, very valuable. So in the game, when black does connect, white is now able to play the first move on the in the middle here. Neither side was able to figure out the most important Atari shape, but just the fact that white was able to get the first moves here should be very helpful for white. And so in the game here, even though white now does have this very strong looking sequence here, the not having Atari'd earlier, not having played the clean Atari capture is coming back to bite white. White would really like to block, do some huge damage to black on the left hand side, but this way black is now able to connect and save the 3 stones again. Very unfortunate for white that the liberty position came up twice, which I'm glad we saw this one where the clean capture, the effects, the superiority of the clean capture was really shown clearly. So very interesting, yeah. And so in the game, black connects back here, an opportunity missed, and white does fix here. Again, better to be here. But just having to fix this move, basically waste a move, slow ourselves down for one move, is very, is a lot of value in itself. Okay. Yeah, this was a very large point in the end game. Good thing white Hane is Sente, black playing here is also Sente. It's not like it's the most Sente thing in the world, but black ended up getting Sente, and white probably would have gotten Sente too. So it's a double Sente point. Really matters a lot. Okay, which is really big. Anyways, here a small detail for endgame here. Stand back a little bit better. We have a super close endgame. Let's see. So this push would have been at least 2 extra points for white. Good. I'm glad we were able to find some end game improvements on both sides. So now the game is significantly in white's favor. It's very important to play the push Hane. Black has to connect and then dig into the middle. Black is probably going to defend the middle territory somehow, most likely here. And these Sente moves are the most important moves to play. This Hane connect is probably the biggest Gote moves after the Sente moves are exhausted. So this move is actually only worth 3 points, and 3 points will not be that big. And so plus white probably prefers to play this endgame here, which ensures 1 more point on the S15. Good. So in the game, black got the middle block and got it in Sente. Very nice job by black here. So here's another testing spot. This is technically Sente, so good. This could also be a sort of a double Sente too. Does white connect or not? It's another 2-pointer, and this is very big. So in the game, white gets it. Black, yes, I guess black is okay. Black has to connect here. It's the same, so that's okay either way. If white connects, this loses Sente again for white, so I'm sure given this, white probably really wants to push first and then just to be able to get the Sente endgame here. So in the game, black was even able to connect here. Ooh, this is a significant departure or from this position, which is about two less black points here. So black gained 2 points from this, it seems. The biggest move is here because there is a potential F18 point, and so this move is actually worth 3 points. 3 points, not like this move, which was a 1-point Sente move. This may be black's last endgame mistake. This is a 1-point push in Sente or 2 points in Gote. it's very important for black to hane here. This also sets up another blocking sente, so it makes whites push in a gote move too. This makes the top endgame actually a 4-point endgame, which is really big. Okay, yeah, unfortunately black would like to throw in, but this is about the same as the just blocking. So unfortunately for black here, looks like this ended up in a white win by 1/2 of a point, the closest of margins. Wow. I'm glad we saw some places where we could contribute to the endgame efforts, and like the pushes here, the push at f11, and the O14 playing at r15 instead, and some of this. In the end, very closely fought battle in this one. We saw some big picture things, like we'd rather capture clean rather than with the 2 liberties. Who knew that leaving black with 2 liberties would have so much repercussions down the road in this game? This is wow, a really minor difference turning out to have major implications later. Really enjoyed this one. Nice. And a 1/2-point nail biter to end it. Great. Alright guys, North American Online League is nice. Over 100 players play in this one. We have the 7 to 8 time slot. We have Yilun Yang commentating on probably the highest ranked game, and we actually have a bunch of 7 to 8 slot games. We have Yun Yang coming up later. Also with the high level games, and Soren Jaffe is commentating. Good to see that. I think Soren is either Soren or his dad is a stand-up comedian, so that or son, I am pretty sure that dad is a stand-up comedian, so he's gonna have some very good eloquent commentary, I believe, if he's a stand-up comedian. Alright, see you guys next time. Thanks, and see you guys in next week's, and good luck to everyone. Just remember, today's main theme is everything is a lot easier if we sacrifice 1 stone. Good luck, and see you guys in the next week.